G'day, Josh here with another episode of Don't Mind the Grind. We are going to be doing a couple of things in this one, but primarily playing my league drives. But before I do that, I do want to jump in and play one more Elevate event, as I'm only 100 training points away from maxing out my Blake Griffin. So I do want to finish that before we jump into my league drives. This shouldn't be too long. This is just the scoring blitz. I don't even know what this one's called. You just got to score from the 6 hot spots around the court. This is probably the slowest of all the different Elevate blitz events that there are, but it doesn't really take too long. You very rarely miss your shots, which is nice. And here we go, down to my final shot. Hit this and we are done. There we go. We have earned ourselves the final token required to max out Blake Griffin at an 88 overall, which is awesome. This is the one time I don't actually want it to be an elite token, because then the extra training points would be useless. Let's jump into Blake. They appear to have fixed that glitch where it would always force you to go to the train player screen. Although this time we actually want to go to the train player screen, apply that training. The coin cost of applying these levels is definitely ramping up a little bit. We're up to $40,000 for the, or 40,000 coins, I should say, for the 19th level. But here we go. 88 overall Blake Griffin. There's a quick look at his primary stats. He has been really outperforming his stats. He's been rebounding like an absolute beast for me. So I'm really enjoying this card, and I'm very happy to have him maxed out at an 88 overall at this point in time. Of course, in the future, EA might choose to increase his maximum level cap and we can continue with the journey. So that is that. Now, I do want to show you my progress to Magic. I'm currently working on the 86 overall. I've only just started that. So I've got the 80 and the 83 done already. And in terms of today's objectives, I've just been basically running showdown matches on autoplay. And I'm currently at just over 350 points towards the 500 required to finish my winter objectives for today. I will show you where I'm currently sitting in showdown as well before we jump into my league quarters. So I'm currently in Legend and I'm in the top 3,000. So a little bit outside of the top 2.5K, but well within the top 5,000. And yeah, basically just auto playing those showdown quarters. I don't always win, but I win enough that my fan slowly increases, and it's just a way for me to get 500 points in 5v5 modes for that objective without having to stress too much. So this will help out a little bit as well. As you can see, this is quite a close league match. 7 hours left on the clock. We have played one less quarter than our opponent, and we do have a lead of 21 points. You can see there that our opponent actually outranks us by over 50 positions, but we are in the lead. We've been really unlucky with matchups this season. We actually, the other week, we just beat, when I say the other week, I mean like 3 or 4 days ago, we knocked off a league that was like 32nd overall or something like that. Let me go back actually. So let me go back out, if it'll let me. There we go. Record. We can go in here and we can see it. So when it loads up, so we lost against the ranked 6 league, fair enough, they're ranked 6, but if you scroll down a couple, there we go, rank 32 league. So this was 3 tournaments ago, essentially. We won that one. We lost against the rank 40 league, but all of our losses essentially are against top 50 leagues. So we've just been really unlucky with the matchups for some reason. So when we play leagues between 100 to 200, we usually beat them, but then we just get matched up straight away again with a top 50 league, and we can't always beat those. Most of the time, we don't beat top 50 leagues, but so we are definitely better than our rank currently suggests, but it is what it is. We don't necessarily care too much about league versus league. So the way that our league works, I have to play my equivalent overall. So there's currently Candace still has to play. She's an 89 overall, but everyone else that is left to play is an 88 or below. So essentially I'm looking for the second highest opponent that's left, and I'll play them. So there's an 87, there's an 86, another 86, another 86, and an 87. So I'm gonna play one of those 2 87s because there's 2 of them, so it doesn't really matter. I will take on Pajamas. Pajamas is that what the username is? I'm not entirely sure. So it's gonna be an 88 versus an 87. Let's look at the matchup. Chauncey Billups is a starting point guard. 86 overall Gordon Hayward. Tatum mirror match, Anthony Davis and Hassan Whiteside. This is going to be interesting. Let's see how we go here. We do start with possession, and you know that I will be starting with that corner 3. That is the most effective shot in this game in my experience. So there's not going to be a whole lot of variety on offense, that's for sure, but I'm hoping that we'll have some solid defense. Got to try and be patient. I always try and switch. Well, nothing I can do about that. I've learned not to run into the guy that's standing in the corner. Instead, just pass the ball to them and let them shoot it themselves. I do run out and back in again just to create a little bit of space. You might have seen me call that the squirrel dance before. Can we get a steal? All right, we only tried those because Chauncey Billups was stationary. As soon as he started moving, we stopped hitting that steal button. Just want to stay in front of him. Oh, get that board. Dikembe skies for the rebound. All right. I think Curry's in the corner. There he is. Almost pulled the trigger on that catch and shoot, but I was not open enough. So once again, we do that squirrel dance. Let's go straight back up with Blake Griffin. See what I mean about his rebounding ability. He just out-rebounded that Halloween Anthony Davis, this Blake Griffin card. His rebounding stats might not be the most incredible. They're pretty solid, but they might not be the most incredible. He definitely outperforms his stats. There he is. Oh, no, that's Curry. Curry with a rebound in amongst the big men. All right, let's get another open corner 3, please. 20%. Just rims out. All right, let's autoplay to set up our defense. We're still up 8-2. Staying in front of Billups. Staying. Oh, contested. Get the board. Yes, there's Blake. I'm telling you, this Blake Griffin card, if you can and you need help with the power 4 position, maxing out your Elevate Blake Griffin is a very good option. Okay, we are up 11-2. There's 30 seconds left. So we're probably going to have one more possession. I always like to hold on to it for the final possession. Surely that'll miss too. There's Mutombo. What do we got? 19 seconds. Yeah, we're not going to push it. We'll play it safe. So I am going to look for Curry because he's my best 3-point shooter. And then we're going to hopefully have an open corner. There it is there. Do the little squirrel dance. We have just enough time for an offensive rebound. If we miss, we don't miss, and we should be able to force the miss here. Half-court heave isn't going to drop. So we win that one 14-2. That's a margin of plus 12. That's very, very solid. If I can back that up, a margin of plus 20 or plus 24 is really, really nice. That definitely helps put some space in between us and our opponent. So let me jump straight back in against that guy for my second quarter. So obviously the players aren't going to change. So that's the other thing we do in our league. We always play both of our quarters against the same opponent. And then once I've finished this, I will actually go to our league chat, which we use an online web app called Slack, and I will note down my margins. Everyone that plays also writes down their margins just so we can keep track of who hasn't played yet primarily and the opponent that we're playing. So we start off with a miss. Not great. Can we get better from here? I don't know where Curry is. Oh, we forced the miss, but we... Oh, get a board. Get a board. Oh, okay. I have no idea what just happened. The ball was pinging around like it was a pinball in a pinball machine, but we came up with a stop, so that I'm happy with. So we're now out to a 3-0 lead, but we did waste 30 seconds with that mess. All right, stay in front. Sometimes the AI is going to hit those shots and you just got to brush it off and keep trucking. There's not too much you can do about those contested shots. Especially when they're off catch and shoots, you're very unlikely to be able to time the block quick enough. I do always switch and steal straight away because like that one there's no way I was going to be able to block in time. Often if the ball is fizzing around, if you can time a steal correctly, you might get the you might knock it loose as soon as they catch it. So I always try and keep up with that switch button and then tap the steal button just once, just to see if I can knock that ball loose. Uh-oh, that was a great pass. I have no idea why Billups didn't take that layup. It was, there we go. That's a perfect example of what I was talking about. I hit switch, I tapped that steal button, and we did knock the ball loose. We come down the other end and brick another 3. All right, autoplay to set up the D. Oh, bit messy. We were unable to get a stop there. So we're up 9-4, 26 seconds on the clock. That's a catch. Oh, he wasn't behind the 3-point line. It's all right. Still 2 points. Stay in front of Chauncey. He's stationary. Hit the steal button. Oh no, he's open. Curry wasn't on him. I have no idea why Curry was not on him then. Very frustrating to have given up 7 points in this quarter. Can we at least score another 3? Surely we're not going to miss another one. Okay. 14-7. We win that one by 7 points. Nowhere near as good as the first quarter, but still a pretty solid performance overall. So a 12-point margin in the first, a 7-point margin in the second. So it's a plus 19 performance overall in terms of margin. That's I always aim for plus 20. Obviously, you don't always get that. Sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less, but I really can't complain about a plus 19. That is a very solid performance. Let me know how you guys usually go with your league drives in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future content.